Alright folks, let's see. I want to show you how to rip a character, 3D character from Shadowrun Returns, uh, get it on Blender, get it right on Blender, I mean not distorted, and then I'm going to put it back into Unity Editor and create an asset bundle. Okay, so first part, this is how you use Unity Studio. You select File, then you load file. Okay, let's go to standalone Seattle. I mean, this is like, hold on, this is like Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Data, streaming assets, standalone. I'm going to Seattle. Okay, there's nothing here because I have to select from here this drop down Unity bundle files. Now here, let's go. Let's say characters, Seattle characters, punk. Open it. Okay, here are the punk characters. I'm going to get this human female long hair punk. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this one. Export. Well, export options. Okay, for export options, let me show you. You got scale factor. If it's not 1, just get it to 1. And up axis Y up. There's actually no other option than this, and I'll leave these checkboxes as this. Okay. Okay. Include I don't know. Include tangents. Okay. And export selected 3D objects. Okay. I'm going to call it, well, human female long hair punk. Okay. Human female long hair punk. Okay, there you are. Now there's something else. I have to open an Autodesk FBX converter. This is free software. Okay, I'm going to add an FBX converter. Why do I have to do this? Because I have to convert it to binary FBX file. The Unity Studio rips the FBX as ASCII file, and the problem is that Blender does not work with ASCII FBX. So this is pretty straightforward. It's going to save it in this subfolder FBX 2013. Okay, converted, done. I may exit this one too. Okay, so ripping, this is the first part of the tutorial. Now into Blender. Let me get rid of this cube. This is Blender 3.6. Okay. Now you go to File, Import FBX. File, Import FBX. Now you go to, well, you go to subfolder from Seattle. You go to FBX 2013. There it will be the binary one. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to use one scale. No, yeah. Let me think. Yeah, go for 100 scale. And we're going to go back to 0.01 scale when we export it. Okay. But go to custom normals. Okay, image search, apply transform. No. Uncheck use pre-post rotation. Okay, uncheck animation, armature. Yeah, make sure these ones are unchecked. Okay, and primary bone orientation, secondary bone orientation. I've tried to mess with this to no effect because it always imports the armature, the bones, all warped up. Okay, Well, let's go. All right. So here it is. It's all warped up. Here's what we're gonna do. First, you look for you just expand these ones. You're going to look for body here, and you're going to pose mode. Here it is. The skeleton is okay. That's interesting. But here's what you're going to do. Pose, apply pose as rest pose. There it is. Now, why does the model end up upside down, twisted, well, whatever? It could be completely crazy. Here's what I'm going to do. First, we have to rotate the object itself. Okay, so I'm going to object mode. I'm going to select this. I'm going to start rotating this. Okay, here goes. Rotate. Yeah, and some I have to displace it too. Well, here it goes. Let me see this one. Okay, seems fine. 180 degrees this way. All right. Now, okay. Now I have to displace it with location. Right. This like this. Okay. All right. And Z. Let's see. Is it okay on Z? See location here. Yeah. Well, let's just try to make it really centered here. Okay. A little bit this way. This way. Yeah. Seems pretty damn centered. All right. Okay. Now, anything weird? Let me go to wireframe. You have to check whether left and right is okay, otherwise you have to turn the model around. Okay, so for example, I go back to object mode, I'm going to select body, and I'm going to select something here, one of the bones. Let me see this one. Is this bone, let's see, left thigh? Yes, this is the left thigh. Okay, because sometimes they're going to be around, so I mean, they're going to be flipped, so you're not going to mirror. You have to turn the body around. You have to turn the mesh around, okay? And now you're going to see that now you can rotate the bones and the body will pose properly, okay? Let me get it into shaded mode here. Here it is. Here's the girl. And I'm biped left thigh. Here I can rotate and press R. And here it is. I can rotate it. All right. Okay. Let me go to spine. Does it go for body? Spine. Spine 1. Okay. Let me rotate it. Okay. Here it is. Rotate. Go for neck. And I rotate it this way. Right. Well, let's see. Rotating like this. Let me do this axis here. See? There it is. Interesting thing about bones is like this. If you want to change things like bone rotation, well, first you could really select the mesh, and you could mess around with it as much as you want. Okay. For example, edit mode. Okay. Yeah. Now I can change. Let's say I get all these parts of the hair here. Let's see.
Just you here. Let's say I want to change something like this. And here goes. So this moving. Yeah, do like this. Go like this. Okay. back to wireframe. Let's say now I want this. Oops, no, not you. And this here. Let's say shit. Here goes. Good. That's good enough. This was a minor change. Okay, but just showing that I can change
something in the mesh if I wish to. Okay, minor change. And the other thing you could do is that you could change, for example, it's a completely new character. You could indeed change the, you could go for vertex groups here under mesh, and you could look vertex group by vertex group to see the weight painting. For example, biped left hand. I go for weight paint. Here it is. So this is how the hand will react if the hand bone rotates. Red means more rotation, more weight. Green and blue is the minimum weight. Okay, for left thigh, for example, here it is. This is the left thigh, and I don't know, right foot. Here it is. And you could really weight paint here. Okay, so let me just show something. Okay, I could weight paint. Now, if I move the foot bone, all of this is going to rotate, which would be wrong, of course. So I'm going to undo it. There it is. And yeah, so this is how you get the flesh body to respond. And for example, if it were a robot and it had rigid parts, you would like, for example, the foot to be all red in relation to the right foot bone, because then it's going to be a rigid foot. See? And same thing, I mean, for a robot with rigid moving parts, you would want all of them, all parts to be like very well, let's say, have very clear boundaries and everything red. For a flashy body, a soft body, you will really want not very clear boundaries. Only the center here is mostly red and yellow, and the rest is like blue. So it's going to be smooth, okay? And that's for the weight paint part of the thing. Now, since it's correctly rigged, I'm going to export this to be usable in Unity. So I am going to do, pay a lot of attention here to export to FBX. Now, here's the thing. Unselect all of these. I want you to select only armature, mesh, maybe empty. No, not empty. Okay, empty only makes difference if you want to export the HUD root object, but you could create that in like 5 seconds in Unity. So you just worry about armature and mesh. You're going to scale it to 0.01. Okay, and what else? You're going to apply transform, okay, because I rotated and moved it around. I'm going to apply transform. Uncheck bake animation. Armature, do not add leaf bones, no need for that. Do not change bone orientation. What else? I think that's okay. Yeah. And I'm going to name it, well, pretty much human, female, punk. Instead of calling her long hair, I'm going to call mod. for modifying. Okay, export. Okay, now to Unity. All right, this is Unity. This is Unity version 4.2.2. This is a project that I already have everything I need in here. What you have to know is that you need a subfolder with code, and the only code you really need is animation listener. It can be empty. It could be totally empty with just a mono behavior. This thing is, oh, create new. You just go to Unity and like game object, like component, like create something like create C# script, and it's going to create like a mono behavior thing, and it's going to be there for all of them. This is like default for mono behavior. Void start and void update, and you could leave them empty, and it won't make any difference. But it will. You have these scripts here. You need only animation listener and highlightable object and player body. Player body is a bit more complex because I had to declare all these variables with their types. We have some strings, we have some vectors, we have transforms, we have booleans. But I think I put this file, text file for C# on in that tutorial that I left on Shadowrun fandom thing. But I'm going to need these. Okay, inside editor, I'm going to need a build asset bundle. Okay, and build asset bundle. I also left this code there. Okay, for you, and you select the name of the string path you need, assets slash. I'm going to use David underscore characters underscore test dot asset bundle. Okay, and that's pretty much what you need to know. Okay, you need this in your editor folder so that you can go to edits, or you could you go like assets, build asset bundle, or you just could right click on something and click on build asset bundle. Okay, you need the paid version to do that, but of course I don't see too much of a meaning or point into paying for a really old version of Unity editor to do something that modern Unity editors do for free, which is building asset bundles. So actually, I don't know. I'm not a legal expert, but you could turn this into a pro version. Here's the thing. Let me import new asset. I'm going to import their human female punk, import it. I'm going to, here on this import tabs, animations, you're going to uncheck import animation because there's not any anyway. Okay, rig could be like this, no problem. And scale factor, since I already had downscaled it there on Blender export, I'm going to use scale factor 1. Okay, optimize measure, right? You could import everything here. Import materials, no need for that because you're already going to have materials. Anyway, we're going to create a new material here. Okay, apply. Now you could drag your human female punk model into the scene. There it goes. Here she is. And I'm going to go ahead and put the texture on her. Textures are like this on that subfolder, on that subfolder, assets, import new asset. Inside that, oh no, sorry, it's that. Hold on, Seattle FBX 2013. Yeah, inside that this texture 2D folder, you're gonna have like you're going to have the texture that you need. So you could just drag and drop it inside materials here on the, and here it is. It's going to be like the human female punk. Is it here? Wait, where is it? Human female MPC punk female. Here it is. I'm going to drag it over. There it is. And basically it's already functional here, but still not functional for the game itself. Because, for example, if this model gets hit by a bullet, you're going to hear a male pain sound, because it's going to see that it's like default male character. That's why we need the body, player body. Well, that's what why we need the player body. Anyway, animator component. You're going to remove this component from the main object, and here we male long hair punk body. Okay, you don't need this. You could break the game object. You could break the prefab instance. Okay, and what else here? You could just get body and everything under its all children into human female punk mod. Okay, and now you're just going to delete this object, which is an empty object now. It's just don't need it. Okay, here's the, yeah, here's the model itself. Cast shadows, receive shadows, rotation for this thing. Well, I'll leave it like that. Okay, shader. We're going to use one of the HBS shaders here. It's this one's transparent cutout, diffuse, not double-sided, just diffuse. So now you're going to see that since it's cut out, let me click somewhere else. Since it's cut out, the hair is now, it doesn't have transparent sections showing up as white or something. It's now with the cutout is working. It's not double-sided. Doesn't matter in the game. Double-sided is not gonna matter too much. Well, anyway, I think yeah, they have already made it double-sided by adding 2 layers of hair. Okay, it's not that this makes too much difference in the game. These characters are pretty small in game. Anyway, you wouldn't ever notice that her hair is double-sided or not. But anyway, here on the main object, humans. On the main object, you're going to put player body here, and a collider. You're going to use a simple capsule collider. Collider? No, but it's physics. Physics capsule collider. That's it. And you're going to
Put the height on 1.5, I think. 1.5, and its radius 0.5 is okay, but now height, no, you need it bigger, but also you're going to need it to be, oops, no, just the capsule collider. Oh yeah, I don't move it. I put the center. Okay, it's just that the centers have to be Oh, okay, radius 0.5. It could be smaller. Could be smaller, like this, okay, and height like this. Hold on, height like this. Now, the center could be a bit more like 0.7, like that. Okay, this and a bit more like a height like this. Okay,
Colliders only make difference to for characters to be spotted on another character's view, I mean line of sight, and to enter and exit regions. When the capsule collider enters or exits the region is going to be some sort of a cube, right? When they collide with the region, then the region is activated. So you need these colliders for regions to work and also for the character to be seen at all, okay, by any camera or by the player itself. It makes no difference at all in other mechanics like being able to shoot a character. That doesn't make any difference. That's another whole calculation. For this now, for this, um, what's this? Okay, body gender. Female is 2. Okay, female is 2. What else? Name doesn't matter. This body race 0 human. Let me check other ones. For these ones, I'm going to check another ones. Okay, this one is like human. Let's see. Human is 0. Okay, let's see what is it. This is a biped. Okay, yeah. Okay, death effects. It has to be death action. All right, good. Okay, here we go. So player. By the way, you could just copy paste from another human character. You know what? I'm going to do that. But okay. This body race is 0. Okay, identity. Some characters are going to need identity. Okay, so for example, some drones or creatures are going to need some identity. I know one identity, for example, is dog for a creature that is a, guess what, dog, or hellhound. Hellhound is another. It's going to be animated because when you put the identity here, it's going to look for animations under the under hellhound creature hellhound. Anyway, it's going to look for, if you put the race is creature, is not human. You put race creature, it's going to look for identity, and in hellhound it's going to look for hellhound animations. Okay, so that's how animations work for different races and creatures and identities. Okay, by the way, since this is just a meta human, it doesn't matter. It's the race is human, gender is female, which is number 2. This is a biped, all right. It's not quadruped. It's I think it's quadruped. It should be quadruped. Okay, not invisible. Not okay. Not this. Okay, now this is important. I forgot. I have to create game object. Let me create an empty object here. This object is it's going to be called HUD root. Okay. HUD root, and it's going to be children of body. Okay, wait a second, children of body. Okay, its position is going to be 0. 0. That's 0. Okay, now let me put it. Have to put the HUD root above the character's head like this, because this is where the interface, the UI for that character, like health bar, is going to show up. Okay, health bar, buffs, debuffs, etc. They're going to show up here above the character's head. So you need the HUD root. Also, for characters which are not core characters like this one, you're going to check whether you have a backpack, okay? Because the core characters, like just the naked human, it's not going to have a backpack on that one because the backpack is going to be added. But for characters like these, which are not core characters, which are already dressed characters, you need the backpack root here, okay? And okay, now you need the to use the health bar HUD root. Okay, HUD root, you're gonna have to find a transform for HUD root here in the scene. Okay, where is it? Hold on. Okay, here it is. You're going to find the HUD root in the scene. Okay, see if you don't have more than one character in the scene, but here it is. There it is. You need this. The other ones you don't really need. I wonder about the backpack root. Okay, is there what? I'm going to import it. Screw that. Remove component. I'm going to go ahead and get from another human character. I'm going to copy root component and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, paste component is new. Okay, so now I have to change the HUD root. Okay, here on the scene, I have to change it. HUD root. Okay, rest is okay. It's for a human character. Dead wait time is 4. Dead fade time is 3. Death effects is death action. Okay, these move multipliers are already used for other human characters in the game. And is there a biped backpack root? Okay, let me change. Let me use the biped backpack. Maybe it's important. Okay. Right. For player body, that's done. Now let's just get on body. You're going to add component, miscellaneous, animation. That's it. Always animate, play automatically. And you're going to go on code and you're going to add animation listener and you're going to drag and drop highlightable object here. And that's it. This character is ready. Now, what I'm going to do, you just go into the main object, human female punk mod. I'm going to drag it to the asset list here, okay? And it creates a prefab here, human female punk mod. If I right click on and build asset bundle, there it is. It's going to, I just press F5 to refresh it. Refresh it. Where is it? Refresh. F5. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Show in Explorer. Here it is. David characters.test.asset bundle. And so what I would do with this is that I just like Control X. I then go to my standalone folder where I put my things. I paste it there. Okay. Then I have to create a new character here inside my data miscellaneous. That was prefab list. Okay. Here's one thing. I have to add here entries, let's say for story, the ones that are already a story here. I have to create Okay, okay. Let's say I just go and create a new one here for C. I need to create a human female punk mod. Yes, that's one. The prefab group is going to be called test. One that is there. It's human. It's female. Bundle group is David. That's the master folder there on standalone. So this is it. Okay. And there's also another little thing that I have to create, which is on Shadowrun data. I already have this char prefab schema dot resources asset. So how do you get that? Okay. All right. I'm going to go to asset bundle extractor or Unity asset bundle extractor, that small application that's used for modding. Well, what do? I just have to, if I open on set, no, yeah, no, it has to be on Shadowrun data. If you go to resources.assets, and you open up, um, of course, I know there's literally thousands of things here. So you're just going to view, search by name, go ahead and just go for this wildcard prefab. Okay, another wildcard. It's gonna find it. Prefab schema. Okay, what you're gonna do if you don't already have it, and you're going to plugins. Oh, this is what I use to export to txt, okay, to text file. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. It just opens like that. You have to edit like this. Anyway, I have another one here that is already like, doesn't really matter. Okay, I have one that is already here, and I edit with just simply edit with Notepad. And I have to find my here, yeah, my stuff. Share story, human females. Yeah, it was around here. Doesn't I don't think the order really matters. I'm going to create a new entry here. Okay, here, but this one is going to be called and it's test. Okay, test, and this one is going to be called slash human. This is important. Okay, don't misspell anything or it's not gonna work. Human female punk mod. Okay, and you're going to save it. Okay, when you save it, once you save it, doesn't matter here. I'm not going to use this thing, but once you save it, you go there back to your resources.assets, and you're going to import dump. Okay, you're going to find your char prefab prefab, doesn't matter. Here you're going to find it. You're going to find your char prefab schema. This one I can just import dump, and I just click on this one, and there is a small mark here, asterisk, to show that it has been modified. If I click on OK, it's going to save it. Okay, it's going to ask if you're going to save it. You're going to save it as a new resource. You have to change the name. Then you have to delete the old, or say just rename it to original resources or assets, like original. And you're going to rename the new file that you have created to resources.assets. And then your character is good to go. But still, guess what? You have to create a character sheet in order to use that one. Well, anyway, it's already going to show up in the editor. It's because this thing here, this list here, makes your characters show up in the editor in the character selecting tree. Okay, there, if you open up the character creation tab in the editor, your new models are going to show up there. Just one thing, guys, this prefab list here in your content pack data and miscellaneous, it must be in perfect alphabetic order by group. Okay, so it goes for group store spirit, then story, and then I put test later on human female punk mod. Okay, it has like story, then T, test. Okay, so that here in the editor, in a scene, I click on this green marker here, it's Roy, and it's showing on David, story, Roy. Okay, the human female punk mod would be here under test, because that's the subgroup I created. Okay, so this is how it works.